Hey, what's up, peeps? Spencer Smoot here, unsolicited QA. I wanted to go over the wipe that's going to happen. Big news or first wipe that they're going to have since the 3.8.2 right here. I found this on Reddit, by the way. If you guys look, yeah. So they're gonna wipe everything, right? So all your items, your AUEC, reputation, all that stuff is gonna go. Just gonna reset the reasons for this, right? Like like game design is about getting data, right? Like the besides the issues that they're having with like the database and people losing money and all this craziness that's been happening. um that's data too, but like the game design is about data and like how players go through the game, right? And then in this, since we're part of the creation of this game and the structure, right? They're going through we're experiencing their development. They're using us for data. Like that's what we're doing. That's what playtesters do, right? They play the game, and they try to break it, right? That's what like hired playtesters QA do. But like as early adopters or early access or whatever you want to call it, what we're doing, we're giving them data so they can improve the game and improve the loops, right? They have, in their mind, they have a certain amount of time that it takes to go from zero money to a million, right? They want to be able to balance that stuff, and balancing is super hard, especially economy stuff. Well, any balancing is super hard, and it just takes data. Like it takes data. So they are it's a very important thing that it's just, I mean, it's not going to be popular, right? If you wipe all the time, it's not going to be popular. But we also need to see what happens to players that have a lot of money, right? Like making having millions and millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Seeing where they go for and stuff, right? I mean, in the actual game, when it comes out, that's it's important to know the behavior so then they can create content around that. Because most of the content, right, most of the content curve usually like kind of goes down, right? Like the higher level that you go, the less content that there is, right? In mostly every game. And right now they're trying to figure out that curve and like that's how much content they need to put in places, right? Eventually, right, they're going to have more and more content, and they might want to level that out. But like it's like having content that is at the beginning of the game brings players in and gets them to like it, and like bam bam, then kind of goes on that line, right? Like you want to be a miner, right? You join the game. You want to be a miner, so the first thing that you want to get is maybe a rock, right? Or you need a ship, right? So you need to get a something that can hold a rock, or you join a group, you join a corporation or guild, right? And they are a mining guild, and you're on a mole, and you get money from that, right? And you kind of build up from there, and then you acquire assets. The interesting thing about Star Citizen is like there's no skills, right? There's no skill based anything. So like in game skills, like classes, right? The ships are the classes, which is super interesting. And what's I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, okay. So what's interesting about Star Citizens, there's no classes, right? So you can kind of do a lot of different things, right? But the thing is that money is the obstacle, right? You have to invest time into buying ships, right? You can buy them right now for real money, right? But like in the game, if you want to buy prospector. Like you have to invest enough time, actually getting enough money to buy that, right? And the ships are not cheap, and they're meant to not be cheap, because that's what you know that is, those are goals, right? And like that is like like classes and stuff. Um, and it's a very interesting concept. Like it's a very interesting concept because it's hard, like it's hard not to alienate, right? So and I think they're doing a pretty good job, right? Because with mining there is first person mining, right? First, like you go out, you shoot some rocks, right? You can fly anywhere. Like everybody has a ship. You fly, you can get some rocks, make some money, right? And do that cycle, right? And then you can maybe do some other missions and kind of get into the game. But then eventually you get enough to buy a rock, right? Then a rock, and bam, then you get enough to buy a prospector, right? Those steps up, you can kind of see that path, right? And then eventually you're like at that time you're gonna most likely be part of a group, and then you get the I forget the big super huge like planet cracker looking freaking mining vessel, right? And being part of that mining operation, and it's just cool. It's cool. So yeah, so back to wipes. I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Back to wipes. So the wipes kind of show that progress, right? Like what kind of player goes for this? What kind of player goes for that? What it shows the meta for what's the first, if you're a bounty hunter, what's the first combat purchase that you're gonna buy, right? And it just helps them be able to tweak more. So it's a good thing that they are. It sucks that it happened. Like I just bought a prospector, and I just bought a Talon because I did the Xeno threat thing, and that's gone. That money's gone. They might bring some back, but we'll see. Like who knows? And also like personal inventory is coming in, right? So this wipe is progress, right? It sucks as a player to like lose all that progress that I've done, and like it's my first time buying a prospector, and I'm like, yay, but now I got to start over again. So yeah, that's important, right? And when you're really thinking about Star Citizen in this current stage of stuff, remember designers are looking for info. Like they're trying to get data from us, right? We are giving them data by playing the game, right? And they are taking that data and saying, okay, well, they can see like, okay, these many players, or this this ship is super popular, or this ship is super popular, and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, kind of like my little rants. Sorry, got sidetracked a little bit, but I hope that helps with like understanding why, right? In like a game designer's view, and like remembering that we're giving them data right now as alpha, they're alpha players, right? So in beta too, and then once the game starts, then it's a different relationship. There's still data given and taken, but then also there's expectations. Like expectations from the player, but I think that's already kind of happening. But yeah, physicalized inventory's in, medic stuff's in, and we're doing a wipe. So yeah, well, thanks for watching, and if you have questions, comments, concerns, just let me know. I just wanted to cover this because it's something to really talk about, and getting into like a designer head of like data, right? Because that's what we are. We're data machines right now. So anyway, yeah, guys, have a good day, and thanks for watching. Bye.